Hello Raiders, my name is Derek Bosch and I am the principal at Cibola High School. I hope that all of our Raider families are doing well and are ready for the first day of distance learning, which is Thursday, August 6th. We are ready and we are anxious to start the year. Our staff has been working extremely hard to prepare for distance learning to ensure that all of our students are taken care of. This video is intended to give you information about several topics, including what school will look like on August 6th and the coming weeks. If you are registered and you're ready to go, you have your device, then you would have received an email on Tuesday, August 4th with our daily schedule. The information has also been shared through our social media sites as well as on our website. We realize that because this is a new plan, there might be some questions, so we're hoping that this video will clarify some of that information that has been shared with our students and with our families. Joining me on the panel tonight to help us answer some questions are members of our Cibola administration. We have Mrs. Leanne McCall, Mr. Brett Pavey, and Mrs. Gina Kugel-Brandt. So the way this is going to work, we're just going to kind of each take a topic and try to address each of those topics to give you the most up-to-date information. So starting, we're going to go to Mrs. McCall. She's going to talk to us a little bit about tech support and Chromebooks.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Bosch. Chromebooks are a vital part for our students to have in their hands during distance learning. And so if you have not picked up your child's Chromebook yet, please call our main line at 502-5700 to schedule a pickup appointment time. As the parent or the guardian, you do need to be present to pick it up. We don't need your student here necessarily, but we do need you as the parent or the guardian to sign the paperwork. If you have already picked up your Chromebook and you are wanting to set it up, inside the Chromebook, the students received a sheet of directions that had QR codes or links, addresses to go to find the directions. There was a video on how to do that. But if you still need help, there's also two helpline numbers listed there at 502-5735 or 502-5937. They're right in the middle of that page. And those are our on-site at Cibola helplines. If you've ran into anything from, I don't remember my password, to it's giving me an error, it cannot connect to my Wi-Fi, anything like that, please do not hesitate to reach out. Also inside the bag, you should have your student should have received their ID card, their hard ID card. We used last year's pictures. If they're a ninth grader, we used what was sent to us by the elementary school districts. You need that. So if you don't have it, please also call one of our helplines at 502-5937 to obtain yours, and we will get that to you.
All right, thank you, Ms. McCall. A lot of information, but we're trying to help you just process it all and give you as many numbers and resources as we can so that you feel like you're connected. One of the things that often comes up by our families and our students is, how do I contact my counselor if I need a schedule change? There's just something with the counselor that they can help me. So Mr. Pavey, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, like I said, at the beginning of the year, questions regarding schedules or just requests to talk to guidance counselors are always there. So our guidance counselors are available to provide any assistance that you have, but it's important to note that it's only through appointment only. So the way you can schedule an appointment, you want to visit Cibola's website, and then once you're on our school's homepage, you want to look for the academics tab. Go ahead and click on that, find the counseling department, select that, and then once you're there, you're going to want to click on the schedule change link form, and that's going to prompt you to complete a quick Google form where you can list your contact information and your request. And then from there, it's in the hands of our counselors. They will be reaching out to you to schedule an appointment that'll either be a phone meeting or a Google meeting to take care of your needs and answer any questions that you have. And keep in mind that at this time, we're only going to be accepting requests to look into reduced schedules, to fill any gaps that you might have in your schedule, to take care of any duplicate courses. For example, if you were given the same course that you took a previous year, or to answer any questions or take care of any issues surrounding concurrent enrollment.
All right, thanks, Mr. Pavey. Other questions that we need to address regarding student services. Ms. KB, why don't you talk about that a little bit?
Okay, well, quite a few people have asked about student services. So students with IEPs and 504 plans will continue to receive their accommodations and modifications according to their plans. And their services will be virtual until such a time as we're able to conduct those services in school in person. And along those lines, all parent meetings will also be conducted virtually. So we have all of that covered.
All right, thank you. One of our goals this year is to really do the best to eliminate confusion, and with distance learning, there comes a little bit of confusion. We want to streamline that communication to our parents. So I'm going to have Ms. McCall talk a little bit about one of the things we have in place, resources we have in place, student view and parent view.
So we have parent view and student view, and you can either go online to access it, or there is actually an app that you can download, which is just quicker accessibility. So you can use it in either form, and it's meant for the parent and the student to view current grades, progress in the assignments through the semester. It's also where you can email teachers, you can check attendance records. Parent view and student view do exactly the same thing. The only difference is parents can actually do some updating of personal information where students cannot. So if you had a parent view account previously, because you have a student that's just in a new grade, it's still active. It's ready to go. There's no change to that. If you forgot your password, just click forgot password and they'll walk you through that. If you have never activated it, please contact the academics office and we can give you that activation code, because there is a special code that you need to be able to use to get started. And as a student, when that student logged into their Chromebook this year, it automatically activates their student view account. Same username, same password. So there's no remembering different passwords and usernames.
All right, perfect. So the $1 million question now is, what is the daily schedule going to look like? Just how are we starting the year? And by the time you're getting this video, all of that information has been shared. Like I stated earlier, our families received an email. We put it out on our website. We've addressed some of our social media sites with the information, but I want to take this opportunity to talk you through it a little bit, just to bring some clarity to any questions you might have regarding our distance learning plan. So first of all, August 6th, Thursday, is our first day of school. Students do not show up to the school. Instead, that we ask you to follow the schedule that has been shared, and with some of the things I'm going to review right now. So first thing you need to know, on Thursday, August 6th, your first period class starts at 9 a.m. You're going to take out your Chromebook. You're going to log into Canvas. Mark your attendance on the attendance link. Each teacher is going to have a link in their Canvas course, or a button where you can select it and take your attendance to make sure that you are not marked absent for that day. You will be meeting first period virtually with your teacher. Your teacher will have a link for you to join a meeting with them and the rest of your classmates in that class from 9 to approximately 9:50. Your second period class will start at 10 a.m. and your third period class will start at 11 a.m. This is what your Mondays and your Thursdays are going to look like. Virtual instruction live with your teacher, on camera with your teacher at 9, 10, and 11, periods 1, 2, and 3. The schedule for Tuesday and Friday, and for this week, the first week, obviously Thursday is the first day, Friday is the second day. Your schedule for Tuesday and Friday is the same as Monday and Thursday, with one difference. On Tuesday and Friday, students will log in and attend live on-camera sessions with their 4th period, 5th period, and 6th period teachers at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 11 o'clock. So just remember those times, 9, 10, and 11, 4 days a week. You have live on-camera instruction with your teachers. The rest of the time, excuse me, the rest of the time is set up for asynchronous learning, which we refer to as off-camera learning, where all of your resources will be in Canvas and you'll have time outside of your virtual sessions to learn those materials. Just a couple of notes. Last year when schools closed and students were asked to finish the year online, we made a decision that students had a grade to keep or to improve. This year, you need to earn every aspect of your grade by demonstrating mastery and participating in scheduled activities. It is more structured this time around. We do expect students to be present during scheduled virtual sessions, which I just explained, during those 4 days of the week, which are Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 9 a.m. to 12 o'clock noon. Right now, our teachers are developing upgraded distance learning, and they have high expectations for engagement during this time. The process is going to be real slow in the beginning. It's going to be slow paced, and it's going to be geared towards teaching our students about the course and about the tools within Canvas. We will not overwhelm you with homework and assignments. And again, we're just going to focus more on getting you familiar with the tools in Canvas, especially for our new freshmen, that this is an entirely new system for you. So just know that we're going to take our time and get you familiar with everything. I want to touch on attendance before we move on. Students, your teachers will take attendance every day, which is why it is so important for you to log in, click on the attendance link, and mark yourself as present. What I'm about to say is very important. Your teachers will take attendance 5 days a week in every class, even if they don't have you in a virtual session. So students, the point that needs to be made here is you have to log into all of your classes 5 days a week, click on the attendance button, and mark yourself as present, whether you have a on-camera virtual meeting that day or you're just logging in to see what assignments you have for your classes that are not actually live for that day. So if you have 6 classes, mark your attendance in 6 periods every day. All right, that's a lot of information right there. Again, it was explained in the daily learning plan, the distance learning plan, but hopefully that can clarify a little bit of that. I've mentioned Canvas a couple of times, so I'm gonna have Mrs. KB talk to us a little bit more about what Canvas is.
Well, we're super excited to be using Canvas again this year as our online learning management system, or LMS for short. It's an online one-stop place where students are going to be able to access their courses, view and complete assignments, communicate with teachers, and even work remotely. And it's also where, again, students will log their daily attendance, and it's where they're going to be able to go and to log into their on-camera classes. And another thing, by getting familiar with this platform, our students are going to be preparing for the future should they decide to go to college, because many universities also utilize the Canvas LMS. To assist students with the login process, we've sent out an email to students and families with a short video that outlines procedures. And in addition to students with a school-issued computer, they have a little login Canvas link on their toolbars. Of course, you don't have to always access Canvas from a non-school issued computer. You can simply search YUHSD Canvas login and use your login credentials. Those credentials, in case you forget, are your first name and your student ID number at yumaunion.org, and then whatever password. So Canvas is going to be your best friend. You're going to love it. One-stop shop for all your classes.
All right, sounds good. The next topic we've chose to discuss with you today and in this video is grading and feedback, and what that's going to look like, being that we're not in person and we're learning online for the time being. So something that's often on our students and parents' minds, for that matter, is grading practices and how are students going to be assessed during this time. And what I'll say to that is this: grades are important and students will receive grades, but we feel that grades aren't necessarily going to tell the student as much as descriptive feedback will. As a staff, we've discussed this in depth, and really what we've determined is that all of our teachers are going to be giving feedback to students in their Canvas courses. Now, that feedback might come to you in multiple platforms. You might get feedback in one of the virtual learning sessions, the on-camera sessions, when you're meeting with your teachers twice a week. But you also might just get feedback within Canvas on your assignments. You might get feedback from your teachers during virtual office hours, which are scheduled for Wednesday morning. So know that parents and students know that we're trying to make a big effort to give you as much feedback on your assignments and on your assessments as we can, but we will continue to grade and put grades in the grade book, which you'll be able to monitor through Student View and through Parent View. So next topic we had to discuss was extracurricular activities. Mr. Pavey, our athletic director, is going to kind of give us an update on where we're at with that.
Yeah, so we're all very hopeful that we'll be able to return to extracurricular activities this year, and hopefully sooner rather than later. We all know how much of an impact this has on our students, on the community as a whole, and just the positivity that it brings to our campuses. So we're continuing to monitor information that comes from the Arizona Interscholastic Association, metrics that are given to us by the county health department to evaluate everything as it comes in. That way we can take the proper steps so when we do return, that we do so and it's a safe environment for everybody that's involved. It's important to remember that our top priority is the education of the students, though. And so while we're all very excited about the possible return of extracurriculars to our campus, this isn't going to happen until in-person learning has resumed. That way we can assure that it's a safe environment for everybody involved, and that most importantly, we have an environment where kids can focus on their learning first.
All right, thanks, Mr. Pavey. A couple more topics to cover before we end this session. Food service. How is food going to be distributed once we start school? Ms. KB.
Grab and go breakfast and lunch services will begin on the first day of school, which is August 6th. Those services are only for Cibola students, so they'll take place in front of the admin building, and a student ID will need to be present in order to get those services. So either the student or a parent will need to be present, and the student ID will need to be present as well to get breakfast or lunch.
Okay. All right, last topic that I will address, which is parent communication and again, student attendance, which I'm going to reiterate. So whether we are learning in person or virtually, communication is always critical. One of our top priorities is to ensure that our communication is streamlined for our students and our parents. To keep you informed, we will be using our Blackboard system to send you emails, to send you calls or text information. We don't always send all three of them, but we try to, if possible, to send you all three modes of that communication. We're going to do our best this year to send frequent updates and continue to direct you to our website, which is what we keep updated for our families to reference. As you know, our teachers are using Canvas. We expect our students to be in their courses every day, taking part in synchronous or on-camera instruction, and asynchronous, which is referred to as off-camera or not live. Our parents, we ask that you support your students the best that you can, have a schedule in place for them, help them with that. Make sure they're logging into their virtual on-camera sessions Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday between the hours of 9 and 12 in the morning. Students, remember you have to sign in every day and take attendance in every one of your classes, which I've previously mentioned. Our teachers will take the attendance report that you guys fill out, and they will put that attendance into Synergy every day. And if you don't do that, you will be marked as absent. So just keep that in mind. That's very important to take your attendance every day. And as Ms. McCall alluded to earlier, use Parent View to monitor your students' grades and attendance. We strongly encourage you, if you want to contact or need to contact your teacher, to use Parent View, email the teachers through Parent View. They will get that email. And although our teachers are teaching, they're planning, they're grading, they're giving feedback, they're doing tons of things that teachers do, Just know that they may not respond to you immediately, but give them some time and they will respond to your email if you're reaching out to them through ParentView. We are excited about the 2020-21 school year. We know that distance learning has its challenges, but together we're going to make it happen. I'm going to say it again, our staff has been working tremendously hard to put plans in place to support your students. And as an administration, we're working hard to streamline communication so that we can limit confusion as much as possible, and we're confident that we will be able to do that. Remember, check your email or visit our website to see the full distance learning plan. Thank you, and remember, it is always a great day to be a Raider.